In this video, we'll be taking a look at one NBA game happening on May 16, 2025, and providing you with a free team pick and total pick for this game, so 2 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on this one NBA game after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start. If you would like to gain access to our best exclusive sports picks to take your journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer our best single picks, parlay picks, and much more. Now let's get started. Boston Celtics versus New York Knicks. The Eastern Conference semifinals continue on Friday with a potential elimination game between the number 2 Boston Celtics and the number 3 New York Knicks. Despite the Knicks being up in the series, it's hard to ignore the fact that Boston swept the regular season 4-0. That might not mean much in May, but it's still in the back of everyone's mind. Boston needs this win to stay alive and force a Game 7 on Monday. The Celtics have gone 4-4 in their last 8 games overall and haven't won 2 straight since the end of April. Offensively, Boston is putting up 108 points per game on 45.1% shooting, while allowing 98 points on 43.5% from the field. They're shooting a decent 36.6% from deep and hitting 80.3% of their free throws. On the defensive side, they're holding opponents to 29.7% shooting from 3 and hauling in about 43.8 rebounds per game. The Knicks, on the other hand, are aiming to make the Eastern Conference Finals for the first time since the 1999-2000 season. They've gone 7-4 in the postseason so far, but are just 2-3 at home in the playoffs. Interestingly, they haven't dropped back-to-back games since early April. New York is scoring 106 points per game on 44.3% shooting, while giving up 108 points on that same 44.3% mark. From long range, they're hitting 35.8%, but they're struggling from the line at just 73.9%. They're allowing opponents to shoot 34.4% from deep and averaging 41.9 rebounds per outing. Precious Achiuwa remains out for New York, while the Celtics are officially without Jason Tatum for the remainder of the season due to a torn left Achilles. That injury alone shifts the landscape, but somehow Vegas is still waffling. The Knicks are listed at plus 500 to reach the NBA Finals, while the Celtics trail far behind at plus 17-0. That tells you odds makers are leaning heavily toward New York closing this thing out. But if you ever needed an example of Celtic pride, look no further than Game 5. Boston, already without their superstar, played like a team possessed in front of a packed TD Garden. They held the Knicks to just 35.8% shooting, their worst of the playoffs, while their bench exploded for 40 points. Derek White went off for 34, and Luka Kornet delivered a surprising stat line with 10 points, 9 boards, and 7 blocks. Now Boston heads into Game 6 at MSG with a boost of confidence. They've already stolen one in New York this series and were the NBA's best road team during the regular season. The pressure is all on the Knicks now. This is arguably the biggest basketball game New York has hosted in decades. Game 5 unraveled for them in the second half as Boston outscored them by 25. Jalen Brunson picked up his 5th foul in the 3rd quarter and rolled his ankle again on a post-up against Al Horford. Knowing Brunson, he'll play through it, but the rest of the Knicks have to be locked in, because if they let Game 6 slip, everything changes. Boston played their most complete game of the playoffs on Wednesday. The Knicks blinked, and the Celtics made them pay. Without Tatum, guys like White, Brown, and Pritchard all stepped up. It wasn't flashy, it was just relentless effort. Boston has thrived on the road all season with 35 away wins, and the MSG crowd, while loud, hasn't translated into playoff dominance. The Knicks have actually lost 3 of their last 4 at home as favorites. If the Celtics come out swinging, that crowd could tighten up fast. There's also the wear and tear factor. New York starters are logging serious minutes, with all 5 ranking in the top 12 in playoff minutes played. Boston, only Derek White cracks the top 16. This could turn into a war of attrition, and the Celtics are fresher. Here's a hot take. Maybe Boston is better suited for this particular matchup without Tatum. Sounds crazy, but hear me out. Peyton Pritchard is shooting over 40% from 3 this postseason, while Tatum was sitting at 34.3%. Tottenham's rebounding will be missed, no doubt, but if Boston can keep Mitchell Robinson from crushing them on the offensive glass, they can absolutely hang in this one. Would I be shocked if the Knicks closed it out? No, but it would be the most Knicks thing ever to drop a game like this under the bright lights. Either way, I expect Boston to make this one a fight. They've won 5 of their last 6 at MSG. As our first pick for this matchup, the Boston Celtics to cover the spread as underdogs is our full game side pick. The last 2 games in this series have both gone over the total. Despite both teams having super short rotations, basically 7-man groups, the scoring hasn't slowed down. The defensive effort is lagging a bit due to fatigue, but both offenses know exactly what they want to do. New York hunts mismatches with Brunson, while Boston attacks right back at him on the other end. Even without Tottenham, Boston scored 127 in Game 5, and both teams have cracked triple digits in their last 2 outings. Expect another offensive shootout. As our second pick for this matchup, over the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.